All right, you all, we're going to make a bullet bag. We have made ourselves a pattern. The reason we're making it this way, you all, is we will be able to just let one bullet or ball out of the bag at a time. Okay, so this is what our pattern looks like. Open it up. That's what we've got. We'll put it down on the piece of leather. We're going to trace around it. I think this was more efficient, you guys, than when they were, in battle somewhere, in a fight. It was faster loading. I think that's one of the reasons that they started using this particular type of bag, because I make several different types. I'll show you one right here. And I'll guarantee you already seen me make that right there on video. This is for my 54 caliber, okay? So you can make them for whatever caliber you want. But once we get done, now most of them, when you see them, guys, they're sewed up like this. But I leave a bottom in mine, and that's why I've got a one-piece pattern here, okay? Most of them are sewed up two pieces, but I leave a bottom in them. That makes it a whole lot sturdier bag. So let me cut this out, and then I'll show you what we're going to do. Now this is not buckskin, you all. This is top grain leather right here. So what I do is I take it and I moisten it. And it's just so much easier to cut out a pattern out of this thick leather when you moisten it. This is sort of like a little bitty bottle, what it really is. And if you look at them, they look just like powder measures, or a place to store the powder, okay? Lay that out of the way. You make up your own design. This is not a copy, guys. This is my own design. I've looked at them, and then I have just made my own design. This is not going to be complicated at all, okay? You see that right there? When you fold this over, you have a bag. Now what I'm going to do, you all, is I'm going to get some more warm water. I'm going to put it in it, and I'm going to make this really good and warm and moist. Then I'm going to drill the holes in it. I'm not going to punch them in there because this stuff's a 1/4 inch thick. And I'll take you along through this process and let you see how it works, okay? Now you all, when you're into leather, get you one of these little scribing tools right here. That allows you to scribe a line all the way around your project. The same distance, okay? That way, when you go to drill the holes or punch the holes, they will be equal all the way around there, okay? So that's all it does. It simply scribes you a line right around the project. Now we will drill the hole. Now you all, I did not drive this all the way through, okay? I'm going to take a little bitty drill bit and drill those holes. Like I've said before, it's hard to get it out of one layer. So you know it's going to be hard to get it out of multiple layers. But anyway, that's how you you make your holes. And space them where they look like you know what you're doing, okay? I clamped us a sacrificial piece of wood on there. Let me get those drilled and I'll bring you right back. See that, you all? Open it up, get that stuff on the inside out, because you ain't going to need that, okay? Believe it or not, you all, professionals do that right there. That's just one way they do it when they're sewing this really, really thick leather like this. All right, you all. Start right down here at the bottom. And we're going to do the running stitch. Right up through there. Now, there where you started, now I've already pulled that all the way through, and I didn't mean to do that, okay? Where you started, go back around it one more time. In other words, double that loop right there. Well, let me get that through there, Mike. Pull it tight. You see where we're going with this. And you'll be glad, guys, that you drilled them holes. Because it's a whole lot easier to sew that up, okay? Now, you guys, there's what we've got. Now we have to figure out this part. What we're going to insert in here so that the ball can roll from the bag out into the palm of your hand. First things first, let's go ahead and square this up. Make sure that we get the top of it pretty square. Like that'll work for us. Now, what we're going to do, you all, is we're going to put it back over here. Well, I'm going to show you this. I got some warm water right here. We're going to set that right down in the warm water there. And it's just warm enough to stick your finger in. Bath water, okay? Not boiling water. Okay? All right, you know, guys, that a 54 caliber is bigger than 1/2 of an inch, because there's a half. The next hole that it will fall through easily is a .625, 5/8, okay? That'll give us enough space for that ball to flow through very easily. So we've got to make this, okay? All right, what I'm going to do, you all, is take this plumbing tool right here. And I'm going to force it into this bag until we get the right sized hole, okay? For this ball to fall in. What this is for, you guys, is if you wanted to take some soft copper and join them together, this is a swaging tool. I hope this bag is deep enough for that to happen. And I think it is. So the more you force it inside there, you guys, you can see that the hole is opening up. Almost to the right size right now, okay? Okay, you guys, what I found was a piece of 1/2-inch copper tubing coupling that's going to work really good for this, okay? I had to do just a little bit of reverse engineering there. You saw me spreading that out. Let's see how that works right there. It's just a little bit bigger than the ball on the inside, which will let it come out of there really, really easy. And that's what we're looking for, okay? Speed loader, quick loader. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take some wet buckskin I've got right here. Wet her down. And take this buckskin and we're going to wrap it from right there where that goes around there, right around here, just like this. At some point here, we're going to want to tie this, okay? Because we want that to have a end on it that we can grab. That look crude enough for you guys? Now when that dries, that'll just get even tighter, okay? So let's put us a knot all the way down to that point. Believe it or not, that's the way them things was made, you all. Just like that right there. Now we'll whittle us out a plug to go in this. That looks pretty good too. I sort of like it. All right, you all. You can see what I've done here. I made us a wooden plug. Simply stick it in there. It's got a string through it. That's the way it looks. Now while this is still wet, you all, if you've got an air compressor with one of these little rubber connections on it, like this right here, see what I'm doing, okay? So that's how that looks, you guys. It's really all there is to it. All there is to it, you guys. All right, you all, there is a bullet bag like the old mountain men used to carry. I want you to make one of these things and tell me how it turned out for you. And, you know, sometimes you have to do some reverse engineering on this stuff. I did a little bit on this one, but I think it turned out really good. I just see some fibers sticking out down in there that's sort of not letting the ball drop down in there just the way I want it to. Hey, I think that turned out pretty nice. But remember, these things are just made to fit in your hand. You reach down in the bag, in your possibles bag, and you pull that out, and you don't pull out, you're not digging around for a handful, guys, of bullets, okay, or lead. That's all there is to it. Now this one here probably, guys, I'm gonna say this will hold about 20 rounds, okay? But right at the present time, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take a piece of wood the size of this hole right here. I'm gonna shove it right down in the neck of this so that when this dries, when I pull it out, it will stay at that particular size, okay? You tell, man. I like that. Anyway, you all, thanks for watching. Have yourself a wonderful weekend.